Listen, I think reparations has to happen for black people. You know what I mean? Because slavery was America's original sin. And I really don't think no good is going to come to this country until they atone for their original sin, which was slavery.
So with all due respect, right? I know this is a sensitive topic, but these issues must be addressed as a peoples, as a nation, as a country, and as a human race in order to be able to continue forward, right? Progress, involvement, humanity. With that said, what Charlemagne says, and for people who agree with what he says, is a complete disrespect and offensive to every brown, indigenous, native to this land and continent. America's greatest sin, America's first sin, cannot, was not, and will not be slavery. You take away from us and who I am as a descendant of Native American, brown, indigenous peoples to this land. My people were murdered, my people were enslaved, my people were raped, burnt on stakes, prison. We were the largest genocide ever known to this land, this world's existence. Over 100 million people. The genocide to brown peoples was so drastic that the CCs dropped because of the death that our peoples encountered. So, to say that America's first greatest sin was slavery is not only falsehoods, but offensive to every brown, native, indigenous person to this land.
But individual white people are saying, I didn't do it, and my ancestors didn't even do it, and you are not your ancestors. That's
I'm a descendant of those ancestors.
I know, but okay.
Hey, listen, when a debt is old, a debt is old. Period.
But you've got a lot of money, so you say you should get more.
Should I get more?
Well, no, you should get a check.
Yes, I'm 97% West African, born in Charleston, South Carolina, so I should definitely get a check. But
with that said, I am the descendant of my ancestors. My ancestors came on no ships. My ancestors came from nowhere else but here.
To act like black people in this country don't deserve reparations is absolutely nuts to me. Hey, this is what I want.
My ancestors have been here for a millennium, over. We were the beginning, we are now, and we shall be the end. They try to get rid of us then, they're trying to get rid of us now, and they'll continue on trying to get rid of us later. But I am living proof that my ancestors will go nowhere.
We can't write a check to a ghost, you know.
Why not?
Why not? Because, you know.
Especially when the ghost's descendants are still
that's a
here. Listen, let me ask you a question. How do you right the wrong of slavery then?
Well, I mean, I think reparations can come in many forms.
Why not? Cash is king.
Frank,
it's America.
No, I agree. I mean, I think reparations do come in many forms. So we should be spending much, much more on the schools that serve black children. We should be spending much, much more on the infrastructure in black and predominantly black communities. We should be doing all sorts of things to close the opportunity gap, which is enormous and which we've done a terrible job closing. A debt is owed, and that's one of the ways you repay it.
As far as reparations, it's no secret. I don't agree with it. I don't stand for it. Respectfully, there's a reason why I say no reparations. It's because I have never said that I give permission to the Europeans to own my land, to own my ancestors' land. I say no, because how can white America and black America come to a conclusion on what's owed to somebody when you stole everything from me, when you stole everything from my ancestors? I am a descendant of my ancestor. So therefore, you stole from me. You stole from my children. You're stealing from my grandchildren. So, respectfully, I decline no reparation for one certain group. If you want to give back, because I believe in black and brown unity. See, Charlemagne, I know what you are. I know who you are. You are a propaganda puppet. You are sent by the enemy to cause division amongst black and brown communities. I know who you are. I know exactly what you are. See, if you want to talk about giving back, then give back to the people of color, the brown and black people.
There you go.
Brown and black people were enslaved, not just black, okay? The only difference between our black brothers and sisters and brown native indigenous peoples is that you were brought here on ships. We were already here. That's the only difference. And with that said, everything is owed to my people. Everything is owed to my people, but I say this because I stand firm with black and brown unity. 15.8% of the poverty rate is black America. 13.2% of the poverty rate is brown, indigenous, native. So I say, if you want to give reparations and money back to the peoples who suffered, to the peoples, black and brown peoples who suffered through slavery, who suffered through imprisonment, who suffered through stakes, who suffered, give it back to the people of 29% that are in poverty right now. Give it back to the 13.2 and the 15.8% people that are suffering right now. I mean, and I'm not just gonna stop, okay? I'm not just gonna stop at the poverty rate of black and brown. I'm also gonna mention our white brothers and sisters who suffer at a poverty rate of 9.2%. Now, these are the statistics that I recently looked up, okay? They may change, they may vary, whatever. This is what I read. And with that said, let's not forget that the only true American at the time were property-rich, wealthy-owned white men. So there were white people also who were oppressed during those times of slavery. So like I said, if you're gonna kick money, then let's kick money to the poverty rate. Let's kick money to the people who deserve it. 13.8, 15.2, 9.2. Let's kick back to the 40% of the people that are living in poverty. Black, white, and brown. That's where I stand. I stand on giving back to the people of the most poverty in this nation. That is a movement for the people, by the people. That is a conversation that we must begin to have to be able to move forward as a nation, as a country, and as a peoples. Stop causing division. Stop making it all about you, bro. Never forget. Never forget. Our land was taken from us. You came later. Stop making it all about you. Because it ain't all about you, bro.